Alright, hey everybody. Today I want to show you this mess here. Sorry if you think it's a mess. It's actually more organized than it was a couple days ago. And just to show you how I loop number one, and how my setup also serves to get into my PC, so I can use things like Audacity, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Movie Maker, all that stuff. And how it's also finally modular, so I can just quickly disconnect all of this and bring it somewhere live, or disconnect it for a gig. So here we go. What it all entails. First of all, let me turn it all on here. All I need to do is flick that switch and everything comes to life. What we have is we want a keyboard. We want the availability of guitars. So, and with the keyboard, we want a sustain and a volume. We'd like some effects for the keyboard, effects for the keyboards, effects for the guitar, because the keyboard is just, some of this stuff is pretty funky. I could just use a mixer, and this could be a little simpler, but I used what I have available, and also some things that were just simply very cheap right now to get started. So, effects for the keyboard, effects for the guitar, looper 1, main looper here, looper for other parts here that I don't use that much as of right now, beat buddy pedal to hold some beats, its accessory foot switch, and a homemade foot switch for the Jam Man, up, down, and stops the loop and does some other functions there. And that's pretty much it. Also, recently I created this foot switch for the keyboard. I had an all-in-one switch on this big green board that was taking up too much room. Some Tupperware container or something. Yeah. So how it all works is we've got keyboards that you can hear. That's pretty funny. Oh, yeah, my monitor's not on here. Finally, we got a set of computer speakers here. We'll turn up about halfway. Oh, and so all of that I just showed you, I'll give you the way it's all plugged in, and a couple other things that I didn't go over in a second. Stereo out from the Beat Buddy. Those two inputs go in right here into this Behringer. And that's the interface that gets it into the computer. I can also use that for Jamkazam, but it's which is an online jamming service, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. That particular service is very picky about your input device, and this one has a little bit of little more latency than something you'd spend about $300 on. These were about 99 bucks. Now they're about 30, 40 bucks. Anyways, but that'll basically get you into your PC, something like that. You can just go into the microphone input if all you want to do is record on something like Audacity. But if you want to do anything like Jamkazam or an online jam service, you probably want one of these. There's another online service called SoundJack EU, which I have yet to try, which should be a little bit more doable with my setup. Anyways, so that's that. These speakers will carry the output, but once I record it, it'll play back through my stereo speakers, which are mounted somewhere back there and to the other side of me. Anyways, so let's show you some more of this stuff here. We got the so as you can hear, it's got a little bit of delay to it right now, which makes it pop a little more than just a standard Casio Radio Shack Optimus keyboard. It's not a Casio, it's a Radio Shack Optimus. Good enough for your basics. It's got a whole bunch of other sounds you can do. Pretty cool, right? I've got a microphone here from Radio Shack. Radio Shack, testing 1 2. And what makes that doable is these things right here. these are two tasks. What these things are, these guitar trainer things that'll slow a CD down and remove guitar tracks. So I've got accessibility to backing tracks here, but I don't really use those because now you can get some pretty handy backing tracks right online, and I can put those on a MP3 device or a phone and go in through this line input jack right here. That's available for any external devices like this phone I'm recording this all on. That's that one. That one plugs into the input of this one. And I don't use the CD, but I could put a CD here and have sound effects there, things to loop, all kinds of possibilities I don't even use yet. I can do that on two separate units. I can have one playing in reverse. It's all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty sure they go backwards. Does this do backwards? Maybe they don't. Anyways, I want to say I think this one does, but anyways, from there, the microphone has an input here, and this is a preamp for the microphone, which is not a 48 volt. It's just a little condenser mic. So to make that thing kick and pop, we use this thing as the EQ for that. So and it's got some great vocal settings. So from there, that thing pipes into the effects unit somewhere over here. I believe it goes into there's an auxiliary input on this Jam Man, which is super awesome and super handy. So that carries in the vocals and the keyboards. Okay, and then no, I got that wrong. The keyboards are in through here into the auxiliary of this RP350 from Digitech, which is mainly the guitar processor. It'll pipe in an auxiliary line, so you could like run MP3s through here or something. I use that to run the this side of the rig over here, and I don't know okay, microphones and these two things are running in through the auxiliary here, and the keyboards are running in right through here. Okay, so good to have those two auxiliary inputs there. They're really handy to serve as a mixer or help me not have to have a mixer. And well, yeah, that takes care of basically the externals. Here we've got some guitar available here. The volume's not on here. Or I can loop. So there's that. And the Beat Buddy pedal. Can change the which one you want. You know how those work. And that's it. So that's what I use. Those two. So if I want to pull this thing out and go to a gig with it, I just need to disconnect here and here, or I could disconnect it from there and there. But I probably would just use disconnect from there and there, and then both of those basically just need to unplug from the wall over there, and that gets the equipment free and clear pretty easily. And it eventually from there, this thing goes USB into the computer, so I can go here and hit record, and there you go. So there's my setup there. Hope this wasn't too long.